not neglecting you guys. I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row here. So there's been a lot of on the back end work being done. I'm just being picky about who I want to network with, and as well as what I want on my platform. So I apologize. I know you guys are keep looking over to my YouTube channel. So it's not on suspension, just so you're aware. And again, just trying to line up things. Also, I have a studio being built on my property, and I have new computers coming in and new everything. So I just want to make sure that, because people are like, oh, the quality or the volume, or there's something wrong with your mic. So I want to make sure to get all the good stuff so that we don't have this problem ongoing. Anyways, let's kind of get in a little bit what's going on with gold and silver, because there's some interesting things I think you'll be happy about and listening to. But first of all, you guys know, if you're thinking about buying precious metals, give a consideration to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. For return buyers, you spend more than $200, as their way of saying thank you, use promo code PEEPS, and they will give you $10 back. All right, so it looks like they're going to extend this actually to the end of the month, because people are kind of strapped a little bit. All right, as you guys are aware, I am back on my Facebook channel here. So in my Facebook group, so come join me over here, you guys. And I also have the hidden things in front of your eyes. This is the other YouTube channel that I have, you guys. Over here, you can see I'm posting stuff over there, but they're just and already know that's not a misspelled word. It was done that way on purpose. All right. So anyways, over here I post stuff that's questionable, that I don't want to affect my other channel. You guys know about this, as well as you guys, there's LBRY. It's just like YouTube without all the censoring. So come join me over there. The description for all these are down below. All right, so we have cryptocurrencies. What's going on with cryptocurrencies? It looks like they're rebounding. My friend did hit me up this morning. He said, watch 20,000, like I said. I was like, dude, you're running out of time. But I think it did hit 20,000. No, actually went to 19,845. But he's like, watch still. I was like, well, you're running out of time. So it looks like it's starting to rebound a little bit. Again, what I look for is percentage of change. That's what you should be looking for. I did a little thing on XRP. I knew people would go crazy over it. There's people who are so into their cryptocurrencies. I mean, literally, they think it's the be-all, end-all, but it's not. It's just as corrupt as the fiat system. And so I'll get into that later on when I do a Q&A. But at the same time, I'm also smart enough to know that there is a window of opportunity in which you could make money. And we're in that window now. I do have cryptocurrencies. So if you're thinking about buying them, look, they're rebounding. You should have bought on the dip. If you're thinking about buying cryptocurrencies, there is a link down below. Click it, follow it. It'll take you to where you can buy cryptocurrencies. And just for following it, you will get 10 free dollars. All right. All right, so let me jump up here to gold and silver. So it's funny because there's so much anticipation and expectation that the gold and silver would be way much more higher than this by the end of the year. So we're watching it. But at the same time, I mean, those who really analyze, those historians are seeing what's going on with gold and silver. They're really, really being manipulated. There's a lot of stuff going on with the comics, and again, it's just a matter of time. And I know people are like, well, that sounds like kicking the can. No, that's how gold and silver is. It's not kicking the can. Right now, what you should be doing is going, oh, wow, look, gold and silver's on sale, and you should be buying on this dip. Once it really starts to take off, you're not going to see it this low ever again. Not ever. All right. So there's a lot going on with gold and silver. So let's just keep an eye on that. All right. JP Morgan. I told you guys, when I see these guys make these kind of articles, again, it for some reason it's discouraging when you see JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, anybody with this type of, they're what we call the bad guys. All right. Because they have a habit of manipulating not only the prices on silver and gold as well as other stock, but they also have a way of trying to manipulate people. JP Morgan discussed a $600 billion in potential new Bitcoin demands. Okay. Hey, everybody, run over to Bitcoin. Why they buy more gold and silver? That's just my opinion. So, Mass Mutual's 100 million Bitcoin investment has the potential to open a massive new investment category, according to analysis. Now, is that possible? Of course, anything is possible. It's just my opinion. These people that are controlling this stuff are not good people. I did a video, like I said, showing you about the XRP. This is the people behind the global reset. They're just trying to get everybody to adapt to cryptocurrencies. And so people don't like when you speak out against it because, man, in their minds, their whole world is wrapped around, let's get rich. I'm going to buy this one cryptocurrency. Can it happen? Of course it could. But again, I just think they're trying to manipulate people. That's just my opinion on that. So let's get over to Arcadia Economics. Listen, my boy Chris here is talking to a gentleman, and the funny thing is they actually bring up the debt ratio clock and talk about this. So let's hear what they got to say about it.
Yeah, I hear you, and certainly sending warm wishes to you and everybody out there in Portugal today. I'm sure we have some viewers there. Fortunately, because gold is such a global topic, I know Ben Bernanke doesn't understand it or have any friends who do either, but I think there's a lot of people around the world. There was some news, Uzbekistan, I believe, their central bank looking towards gold. And we've seen the price over 2,000 at 1830, down a little bit today. Quite interesting volatility, a little hump there. But what are you seeing with what's going on in the world and what we've seen this year? What are you seeing in the gold price these days?
I think there's a lot of people that see gold and
Okay. So I'm watching this the first time, and if you look over, it says "Stop wiping your butt," and there's somebody straddling the toilet. And I thought, I'm not sure what website it is, but Chris put up ad blocker.
silver in different ways. For me, it's really a protection against currency debasement and devaluation, more than an edge against volatility or even inflation. So yeah, so in that sense, I think this is a very attractive opportunity and a very attractive timing in the gold and silver space, because
Yeah, of course it is. Everybody's saying the same thing. What are they saying? Prices are really low right now. People are floored. But the fact that they're low is why everybody is going crazy right now. They're trying to all stock up as much as possible. Why they have an opportunity at this low rate.
Because you saw central banks doing unprecedented printing in quantitative easing, and it's just mind blowing. The amount of increases, the percentage increases in the size of their balance sheets, and I think gold and silver prices have moved a little bit compared to a year ago, but not nearly as much as the size of those balance sheets. So I do think it's an attractive opportunity right now, and yeah, I think it's a place that people should be looking a lot more closely.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's why I left Wall Street to focus on this, because I thought it was that important. You mentioned the Fed. Obviously the other balance sheets. Maybe I'll pull up the Japanese balance sheet. I mean, it's stunning when you think about how long quantitative easing has been going on there, and here, first 95 years of its existence, 900 billion. Then, you see again. Perhaps something I'd be curious to get your take on. We saw here, this was 2018 when the Fed gave the appearance that they were going to raise rates. For 10 years, got it as high as a whopping 2.5%, and the entire stock market cratered, which is why I think good luck ever trying to undo this. What would you say about that, Marco?
I think it's the central banks put themselves between a rock and a really hard place, because
Yeah, we know that. This is what we're talking about. So here's the thing that's different now than back in the day, and that is this. So back in the day, we didn't have access to as much information as we do now. We get it much quicker, and people are becoming smarter about stuff. They're starting to educate themselves on gold and silver. I told you, you could tell since summertime they kept trying to shake speculators out of gold and silver. The problem is many of the experts said, look, people are too smart. They're not parting with the inventory that they have. It used to work in olden days, but it's not working now. So there's a huge difference between the two. So you have all the sharks in the water, you know, trying to grab up as much of it as possible. But here's the thing: even the small fish down below are grabbing something to eat. If you get my drift, so it's much more different than in the past. But it's putting a lot of stress on those people in power. They're like, wait a minute, you know, because I think if look, here's my opinion: a lot of us speculators, investors, we got into gold and silver way ahead of the curve before the so-called elite even contemplated it. By the time they thought about it, they're like, what the hell just happened? You know, usually they do this, usually they do that. They shake people. No, we were way ahead of the ball game, and it put a lot of strain, and it caused a lot of shortages. Now you add in the fact that they got to deal with the Rona. Yeah, it's the combination of everything. Now everybody's trying to grab physical gold and silver is what they're trying to do.
If they try to do that, and especially in the last 12 months, governments have went to unprecedented spending, and you know, I think their finances are becoming you know, quite unsustainable, and it's looking pretty scary out there. And this is not just the United States. This is most developed countries and developing countries around the world. Yeah, so it's really you know, it's really worrying to see how things are going to progress from here.
Well, Marco, you mentioned some of the amounts of the debt loads. Here we have the U.S. debt clock.
Yeah.
And as you see, well, so we're at 27,435,000,000,000, 14 million. And it looks like I've been accused of having long sentences from time to time. Looks like by the time I finish this paragraph, we might be up to 15 million on that one if I extend it a little longer. So, although what I find interesting, I mean, I wish we could have like, if we could have had it during the debate. Imagine if we could have just pulled this website up and questioned both candidates. I don't remember hearing anyone talk about it. I think they ignore it because they know they can't do anything. It's mathematically impossible. Although that aside, here down, if you can see my mouse, I'm going over to the dollars to gold ratio now.
Yes, take it out.
And if you look at the top middle, you'll see the definition. The year-over-year increase in the U.S. M2 money supply divided by the yearly world production of gold. So I interpret that basically as a measure of how many dollars are coming out this year, how much gold is coming out this year. And we see, just looking at the math, not saying this is where the price is going tomorrow, but just to put it in context for people, what the numbers indicate is that you see $33,890 per ounce.
See, so, but here's the thing. So prior to Trump getting into office, the debt clock would only reflect the market value. So whatever we see on the market, that would be the value they have down here. It changed. And this is what we're starting to see. Like you said, if you put your cursor over this on the national debt clock, this will pop up and it tells you how it comes up with this value. So everybody in the industry knows that's approximately the true value of gold, and you could do silver the same way. We talk about this all the time. What this guy goes on to say is, yes, we would love to see it there, and as a matter of fact, there's an expectation that it's going to get there, but nobody knows when. It's like you're anticipating something to happen, and you know it's going to happen at any moment, and you just keep waiting and waiting, and it's just a matter of time before it really pops off. But yeah, he's just saying the same thing. I'm glad they brought this up because a lot more people are starting to come in this area. I wanted to show you something pretty quick here, if you guys got a quick second, because tomorrow I'm going to be doing an interview with Rice Crypto, if you guys know. So he has a very special guest that's coming on. I want to bring it to your guys' attention because I think you guys would love this interview. So I'm going to be recording it so that I can replay it back on my this channel here, which is Pimpy's Investment Chat. Man, I cannot wait for my new computer to get here. It's just crazy how swell. In all fairness, just so you guys are aware, I'm one of these people, like, I'll get a new phone, all right? Yeah, and then I'll keep it for like 5-6 years. And people are like, well, the technology's changing. It's slower now, blah, blah, blah. But it's just, so let me see where she's at. Here we go. Let's see. And Lynette Zhang here, okay? Look at this. Tomorrow is a great collaboration of channels with Chris Rice from Rice TV and Lee Freeman of Pimpy's Investment Chat. You know I'm as giddy as could be. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing an interview with Rice and Lynette Zhang. I don't even know how to act. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. You know, I'm looking forward to this. I feel like a fat kid in a candy store. So for those of you who've been following me for a long time, I always said if I had Pimpy's University, then I would definitely have Lynette Zhang as my gold and silver professor, without a doubt. So I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. So, and I will be posting it tomorrow. So tomorrow, there it is. The woman herself, the gold and silver goddess. And I'm looking forward to it. All right, you guys, I just thought I would share that with you. So it's going to be a great day, a great time. And man, my head's going crazy thinking about questions. But nonetheless, anyways, if you guys can think of any questions that you want to know about, some answers, go ahead and pop them underneath this video. And then I'll try to make a list of them tomorrow. Obviously, I don't know if I can get to all of them. It just depends on how many of them you have. All right, let me know what you guys think. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so. Because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.